We are a policy bank set up to amplify the government's clean power and growth mission. Today we are publishing our first ever impact report, so we are hoping to try and tell the story of all of our investments. When we look at impact, we primarily look at the contribution towards the government's missions. So what are we doing in terms of carbon reduction? What are we doing in terms of job creation? When you dig deeper, we're looking at things like supply chain impacts, capacity increases, how we're able to kind of enable other sectors to come together and support those missions. One of the things that we really look for in our assessment of projects is how does the wages of that job and the skill level compare to the local economy. There's lots of good data around weekly and monthly wages of people in a local authority area, and what we tend to do is we benchmark that against the jobs that are being created or saved in that industry. And so one of the things that we look to measure for each one of our investments, but also in the portfolio, is how much private finance we have mobilised. Now, what our aspiration is to move to a place where we can get to a ratio of 3-to-1 over time. One of the investments we did in Pulse Clean Energy, we have now exited that investment. They no longer need our capital. We can now use that somewhere else, and the private sector has come in to not only replace our capital, but they've brought even more money in. And I think that's a really good example of what we're trying to do. We talk about the concept of mines to motorway. So if you think about the journey of an EV car and what it takes to enable people to move from internal combustion to EV, you need the lithium to go in the battery, you need someone to make the battery needs to go into a car, you need to drive the car, and then once you have the car, you need to be able to charge it. The investments that we have made in Cornish Lithium, in the Gigafactory in Sunderland, in kind of zero emission buses, all the different charging investments we've made, we're really helping each element of that part of the ecosystem to kind of connect to each other, and that kind of network effect will make them more likely that each one will succeed. With our updated strategic steer and a clearer mandate about what the Chancellor wants us to do and how they want us to do it, we've really upped the pace in terms of the scale of our investments, the breadth of what we're investing in, but also the risk that we're taking on. We've made a really good start. There's a lot more to come.